Hi everybody, I'm Alethea Cox and I am with FitZone. I just wanted to share with you my journey into the Bodybeast program. In 2014, I had a goal to put some lean mass on my frame, which is very different than what I typically do. I tend to like to do a lot of endurance sports. I do a 200-mile bike ride in one day, and so all the training for that is a very different component in what I put in my body to get it to respond for endurance racing versus being able to actually put mass on my body. So I've been having a really fun time, one, going through the programs and hitting play on my DVDs and learning from one of the best Bodybeast trainers there is, Sagi. But one of the things that I thought I would do is just share with you some of the 3 critical components of nutrition that when you start lifting heavy, to be able to get a response that you need to make sure that you're taking in, and that's going to be the 3 macronutrients of protein, carbohydrates, as well as healthy fats. Now, what protein is it's the most important thing that you can put in your body. One, your muscles are a protein, so the body wants to be able to take that. That's, protein plus protein, right? Like for us, without all of the scientific aspects of it, in your mind, that's what I hope that you relate it to. But the body breaks down the protein that you intake, whether it be meats, those kind of thing, and it breaks it down into called amino acids. And then what the body does is it actually recalculates those amino acids, assembles them, and puts them back as a protein back into the form of like our skin and our muscles. So protein is going to be so critical for us to have. Now protein not only comes in the form of just your meats, but for some of us, I'm not a big meat eater. I am going to be on this program more than usual, but I tend to lean through other forms of protein. I love this. It's tempeh. Tempeh is fermented soybean protein. It's a healthier source of protein. It's more than soy, so there is a big difference. So do your research on that. But tempeh is really good. Another good source of protein in addition to your meats and your nuts would also be your lentils. I don't know if you can see that, but lentils are very tasty. They go with a lot of things, and they actually can go far with you. Now that will also go into the carbohydrate category, but at least you're getting some protein in there. And then one of my favorite staples in my home is called quinoa. Quinoa is a full protein, according to the research that I've done and what I support. So quinoa really can help with not only on the carbohydrate side as you're fueling your body and giving it all the nutrients, the macronutrients that it needs, but also being able to give you that healthy protein that your body can recognize, digest, reassemble, and put back into those arms, right? Okay, so carbohydrates is your next component. Carbohydrates is really the primary fuel that your body uses when you go to do those workouts. So if you don't have carbohydrates in your system, your body is going to go to its own natural resource, which is yourself, and it's going to break you down, usually in your muscles, and it's going to use that as the protein source to be able to get you through any of those workouts. So you've got to make sure that you are eating carbohydrates. Sometimes there's these fad diets, no carbohydrates, that kind of thing. I've had great friends that have lost a lot of weight off of that. Not necessarily real sustainable in my mind. That's an opinion and judgment. I apologize. But carbohydrates are important. And so your body needs it to be able to do your workout. And so you need to be able to fill it properly so that you have that. Then the third thing that you need to have is fats. Now some of you, there's 2 thoughts that come along, right? Somebody's like, I eat plenty of fat. And you have to ask yourself, is it a healthy fat? So make sure you know the difference between a healthy fat and maybe not such a healthy fat. And then the other thing is, if you were anything like me, and when I grew up, it was like no fats, to stay skinny and stay healthy, no fat diet, right? So everything, the fats were stripped off. And so in my mind, it's been very difficult to reprogram myself to eat any kind of fat. And even though I read it and I know it, and I tend to see myself in a recipe and it says, a certain amount of fat, and it's a healthy fat, and I'll be like, I'm trying to be sparing. Well, maybe it only really needs half. So healthy fats are important. Let me share a few of my very favorite healthy fats with you that I use in my kitchen. I love this product line, Wild Tree, a little plug for Wild Tree. Some of my friends are selling this. Product line, there's a lot of great fun things that you can do for cooking, but grapeseed oil is a great healthy fat. Coconut oil, amazing, and it has great flavor. And then sesame sesame oil. I love the sesame oil. I had no idea the type of flavor that it had. So experimenting and playing with healthy fats can be really, really beneficial for you and your family, and the flavors are going to be there. So you're going to want to eat as you need to eat higher. I've never eaten so much food in my life and been feeling good about it. So if you really like food, then maybe this is a program for you. But healthy fats. And then one of the other things that I want to share with you about healthy fats is that healthy fats can actually reduce inflammation in the body. So if you're going and building and you're lifting heavy weights, you're kind of tearing the body down a bit more aggressive. It was a lot more evasive than maybe some of the other fitness routines that you've done, right? So you want to keep that inflammation down. When inflammation's down, the body will repair and restore itself better. When it repairs and restores itself better, right, it recovers quicker. You should get a better response because it didn't drag the body down so long trying to recover. It actually was able to give a better response. In addition to that, what they are saying is that it actually will help with soreness, muscles and joint soreness. So both of those areas would be a reason for you to want to take these wonderful healthy fats into your body. So other healthy fats, nuts, those kind of things. So do your research. You probably have stuff in your pantry that you use on a regular basis. So check and make sure it's a healthy fat. Not all cooking oils are healthy. So just do your education. You don't want to be putting anything in the body that you don't need. But another really healthy fat that you really should take a look at, and actually I just watched a documentary that said that the majority of our brain is healthy fat and something that could really fuel it. But this I'm going to share with you for hypertrophy is omega-3s, fish oil. That is absolutely so healthy to be taking. So if you're doing weightlifting, strength training, those kind of things, this is definitely one of the things that I would recommend that you take. I know I have really increased my dose, been more diligent, and really paying attention to what I'm putting into my body and making sure I have this. In fact, this bottle's almost ran out. My husband's going to be upset because I've been cheating. That's his bottle that he bought because I didn't make it back to the store. So omega-3s help support your growth and your hormone production. So if your body is in the right hormonal state, then it'll respond. That's what our bodies are built for. But you can't use all the reserve and the resources and think your body's going to respond. So it's going to be so important that we all focus on our macronutrients in our diet so that we can get the muscle response that we're looking for. So stay following me in my journey. You can also find me if you want to find out any more information about even a Bodybeast program. I'm a personal trainer and happy to build a program for you. I work with people individually, long distance, as well as here in my local town in Idaho Falls. But you can find me on my website at fitzoneonthefly.com. I am a Beachbody coach. That's where our Bodybeast program comes for. So I'll give that as a shout out as well. Have a great day, guys, and follow my journey, beasting up.